Ways you can become more confident as a man. Have you ever had the thought, if only I were more confident as a man, then I would get that raise at work, the pretty girl would give me attention, or I would be able to pitch my business idea and find investors? Let's be honest, at some point in life, if you probably had some form of thought along those lines. The desire and value of confidence is something spread far and wide throughout men. Sure, they might not overtly say, I wish I was more confident, but the thought is there. I think before we get into some practical ways for you to grow in confidence as a man, it is important to define confidence. That way we are in agreement on the terms of what you are desiring to attain. Merriam-Webster's definition of feeling or consciousness of one's powers or of reliance on one's circumstances. Dictionary.com's definition: full trust, belief in the powers, trustworthiness, or reliability of a person or thing. So now that we have established a baseline for what confidence is, let's jump into 15 ways you can become more confident as a man. Be sure to take into consideration as you read through these points you may be strong in some and weak in others. I suggest you find the points you are lacking in the most and start practicing there. Good luck on your journey. 1. Confident men have a vision. A man of confidence often has a motivation and determination nurtured and developed through an articulate, clear vision. This takes skill and time to develop but is a tangible reality for everyone. Napoleon had a vision, and it gave him the confidence to make military maneuvers that caught the world off guard. He had a confidence that empowered him to do the unthinkable, all because of his vision. This is a good starting point to grow in confidence. The dream and vision you possess are like fertilizer for confidence to develop in your life. 2. Confident men know themselves. Have you ever been halfway through a project and a colleague or coworker walks up and questions what you are doing and why you are doing it that way? At that moment, you will find out if you are confident or not. If you know yourself and the skills you possess, this type of questioning will not destabilize you, but if you are insecure, you may react with anger or frustration. This is a sign that you have room to grow in self-confidence and knowing yourself. So what are some ways to know yourself or grow in this area? Put the work in. The more repetitions you do, the more confident you become in yourself and your abilities. Take some time to reflect on what your personal strengths and weaknesses are. This will give you the ability to realistically evaluate yourself and give you the confidence to know when you are and are not capable. Ask your friends and colleagues what they view as your strengths and weaknesses. This will empower you and give you confidence when you start seeing patterns of what is said. Take some personality tests. This will teach you how you think and why you think what you think. This is a valuable tool to use when discovering oneself. These are just a few practical ways that I have personally found help a man discover himself. There are many more, so if this is an area you want more tips in, reach out and let me know. 3. Confident men take action. The difference between a confident and insecure man can be as simple as one takes action and the other doesn't. They may both experience the same feelings of fear, apprehension, or anxiety. Yet, the confident man does not let that hold him back, whereas the insecure man does. Confident men take action on a daily basis. This allows them to put the repetitions in to learn that fear, anxiety, and the unknown are all normal feelings that every human experiences and is confronted by. Strengthening the muscle of action empowers you to push through and keep moving forward. Here are some practical steps to help you take action daily to help you grow in confidence as a man. Make your bed. Have a workout routine. Do something you don't want to on a regular basis. When you feel fear or anxiety, ask yourself why, and then if possible, make yourself push through it. Create tangible daily projects that build towards your desired goal. Ask yourself if the cost of inaction is worth it. Those are some simple ways for you to get started on your journey. Do not overwhelm yourself with unrealistic expectations. In order to do this for the long haul, you need to make sure you break things down into simple daily or weekly steps, so you do not burn out. 4. Confident men have failed. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. Stephen McCraney. Pay. If you have ever tried to learn anything new, heck, if you have tried to learn how to ride a bike, quickly you will realize that in order to attain your goal, you will need to be okay with failure. This practical truth is so potent and impactful. If you can stomach this and put it into practice, you will inevitably become a more confident man. 5. Confident men take care of themselves. Have you ever met a confident man that had lousy hygiene, was grossly unhealthy, and just possessed a mountain of self-hatred? I doubt it. 6 confident men push themselves. Have you ever met an athlete or businessman who has taken an insane risk that just baffles you? It is as though their self-confidence is out of this world. Well, that type of confidence in men comes from the constant pursuit and action of pushing oneself to new limits. 7 confident men think positive. A confident man is able to think and focus on the positive. This doesn't mean he ignores or is ignorant of the negative realities that exist. He is just able to decipher that which is positive and negative and focuses in on that which is beneficial to his mental health. Focusing in on and obsessing with the negative realities that exist helps no one. Confident men can see the positive, hone in on it, and allow it to empower them to make bold, decisive decisions. 8 confident men are generous. A confident man knows that he has something to offer and is aware of when to give it. Sure, not all confident men are generous, but it is an attribute of some confident men. Think about it this way. A man who is not confident in his ability to produce income or take care of himself will not believe he has anything to give. 9 confident men are open to learning. A man who is open to learning is a man who is confident in himself. Why? Because in order to learn you need sobriety to the reality that you don't know everything, thus being able to admit when you are wrong and when you do not know something. Men who can say, "I don't know, will you explain this to me?" display an aspect of confidence that can be undervalued. Sure, some confident men also know that even though they do not know something, they know how to figure it out. I just want to highlight and show you that being able to say you don't know something and take the time to learn about it shows confidence. 10 confident men don't need to be heard all the time. Have you ever been at a social gathering or a family event and over in the living room there is an older man just chilling, entirely content with just sitting in silence as the chaos of the social gathering ensues around him? He does not have a need to be noticed or heard. Or in a business meeting, oftentimes the person who is silent until the very moment when they need to speak is listened to with much higher regard than the blabbering know-it-all co-worker. Why is that? Because the composed man who knows when to and not to talk is a man of confidence. The non-stop talker can, in situations, just be an insecure man who doesn't know how to handle silence or not being heard.